teaching you how to talk like a black thug from the ghetto. Number 1. Add extra syllables onto the ends of words. Let me show you an example.
Hey y'all, what's up? So the City Girls Part 25K challenge is real. The top 20 winners will get flued out. Art expenses is paid for. Art expenses is paid for. Expenses is...
Now, as you heard, the black girl was saying the word expenses, and she added an extra S to the end of it, making it expenses. Sounds quite cool, I dare say. So, if a word ends in the letter S, you simply add another S onto the end of it. For example, expenses becomes expenses. Another example would be, "Hello, sir, please pour the champagne into the glasses." Or, "Hello, sir, I am going to the gym to exercise my quadses." In this last example, you may have noticed that I added 2 sets of S's. And this is because the final word must be at least 3 syllables. If I had only added 1 set of S's, it would have been quadzes, which sounds quite silly, as the final word must be at least 3 syllables. For example, quadzes, or even quadzes. Number 2. Greet people with black greetings. How many black people do you think greet each other with greetings such as "Hello, sir," and "Hey, buddy"? Exactly. If you want to greet like a black person, you should address people as "Sup, nigga." So, if you are speaking to a black person, if you want to sound hip and cool, you can meet that person with the phrase "Sup, nigga." Nigga is a term of endearment in the black community, so black people will appreciate that you are a cultured and educated person who knows about this fact. I recommend you start trying this immediately and tell me how it worked out, as it is the easiest way to build rapport with black people. Number 3. If, in a word, the letters S and T are next to each other in the word, you should replace the letter T with the letter K. For example, "Hello, sir, can you tell me what street we are on?" In this example, I have changed the word street to screet. If you want to sound even more authentic, you should pronounce the S as a sh. Therefore, street wouldn't only be screet, but screet. Another good example would be, last night at band practice, I did quite a jolly good scrumming the melody on my trombone. As you can see, I changed the word strumming to scrumming or scrumming. Now, for some reason, this only works if the letters S and T are followed by the letter R, which you can see in the examples I gave, street and strumming. However, if not followed by an R, this does not work. For example, in the school play, Peter Pan jumped down from the mast of the boat. In this example, if you tried to change the word mast to mask, it would not make sense and it would sound quite silly. One rapper who uses this tip quite a lot is the rapper called Gucci Mane. So, if you want to hear this tip being put into practice, take a listen to some of his songs. Also, Gucci Mane used to be fat, and now he is skinny, so it is quite an inspirational story. As I always say, if you want to do something, just put your mind to it, and you can do it! However, if the rumors are correct and the government cloned him during his last prison stay, disregard everything I just said about him being an inspiration, because if you want to be a true black, you need to hate the government. Hashtag fuck the police. Number 4. Don't do white things. If you want to talk like a black person, there is no point doing it if you are just going to cancel it out by doing white things. Here are some examples of white things. Playing cricket, playing lacrosse, wearing the brand Brooks Brothers, wearing the brand Abercrombie and Fitch, driving an RV, driving an electric car, knitting, using the word literally. This last one is something that filthy white millennials do quite often. For example, Hey man, I literally just got back from the mall. There was a sale at the Brooks Brothers outlet and everything was literally 20% off. No black person has ever said that sentence. Number 5. Settle your problems the correct way. Now, I have created this little diagram. On the left, we have two races, white and black. And on the right, we have two methods of solving problems. Number 1. Tell the person causing the problem to shut the fuck up. And if they don't, beat them up. And number 2, go on your social media accounts and tell everybody how offended you are. Now, in this exercise, I want you to match up the race with the method of solving problems that you think corresponds to that race. I will give you 10 seconds to complete this exercise. So, have you solved it yet? The correct answer is white matches up with the problem solving number 2 and blacks match up with problem solving number 1. If you have a problem, you must solve it yourself. Being offended is something only stupid whiteys do. Do you think black people would have solved the problem of slavery if all they did was talk about how offended they were? No! Now, white people are going to find this tip quite difficult because they are used to being offended all the time. Even if they are not actually offended by something, they are used to going on their social media accounts and acting like they are offended so that they can get likes and shares from other people who are not actually offended but are acting like they are so that they can also get likes and shares. It is just part of white culture. It's quite a bit of fun. Also, white people are used to being offended on behalf of other people. For example, if somebody says the word and a black person is not offended, then it is the job of the white person to be offended on behalf of the black person. This is because the black person is not intelligent enough to understand that they are supposed to be offended, and it is the white person's job to inform them of this fact, thus ruining their day and making them sad when they previously were not. Number 6, play black sports. How many black people do you think play sports like cricket and golf? None! Black people only play black sports. If you live in America, then acceptable black sports include basketball. If you live in England, then acceptable black sports include basketball and football. Now, when I say football, I mean real football, not that silly game that Americans call football even though they play it with their hands. I mean real football, the kind of football you play with your foot. Quite a lot of black people in England go to the pub to have a pint and watch a bit of football. I think that I may in fact start a petition to start referring to American football as American soccer. This way, real football will be referred to as football and American football will be referred to as American soccer. Yes, this is quite a good idea indeed. So, leave a comment below and let me know who your favorite American soccer team is. Mine is the 42ers, or whatever number it is. I don't know, because I don't keep up with silly sports like American soccer. Number 7, say the word shit a lot. If you want to talk black, then you should say the word shit a lot at random times. You should also pronounce it with a silent T, like this. Shit. Here is an example of this.
Let's get it, man. Shit, let's get it, man.
Now, in that wonderful piece of music, you heard the white rapper say, "Let us get it." And then you heard the black rapper say, "She, let us get it." What was the purpose of the word shit? In fact, there was no purpose, and it was just there to sound cool. You also noticed that it was pronounced shit instead of shit. So, this is quite a good tip to add to your repertoire. Bonus tip, if you want to come off authentic, you shouldn't only talk black, but also dress black. Unfortunately, nowadays you have to be rich in order to do so. Back in the good old days, all you needed was an XXXXXXL white t-shirt that cost $3 and your father's oversized jeans. However, nowadays things are a bit trickier. You will need designer clothes, like clothes from Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Balenciaga, and Supreme. On top of that, you should also get some expensive jewelry. Back in the day, a simple gold chain was enough, but now you need a thick 30-carat gold chain with flawless diamonds all iced out. Ah, iced out. That is the black term for jewelry with a lot of diamonds in it. So you will probably have to ask your father for more allowance, unless you are as rich as me and able to afford those things with your normal allowance. So that is it for this language.